So the first thing to realize is it's not about you, it's about an outcome.
I don't want to get stuck in the delivery, but if I position myself as the go-to person, won't clients always want to deal with me instead of my team?
The answer is only if you do it wrong. First of all, it's a really common mindset because the way most people are currently pitching, and this comes down to the principle you get what you pitch for and you're always pitching. First of all, it's good to realize that no one wants your time. If you really think someone wants your time, ask them for your day rate to play a game of Monopoly with you. And you'll very quickly realize it's not about your time at all. What they want is an outcome. They want a result. And it just so happens that the way you're pitching yourself is that they recognize you to be the best way to get that outcome. So essentially what you're doing is you're pitching your skills, your talents, your expertise as the way for the client to get the outcome. If that's happening and your experience is that people want you, step one is to recognize that's because you're not giving them a better option. So if it was like, hey, here's a widget and this widget is more efficient and more effective at getting the outcome, well, people would happily take the widget if it was credible and it had a track record and, clients were raving about the widget. So the first thing to realize is it's not about you, it's about an outcome. The moment you get that and you realize step one, it's a pitching issue, well, then the question is, if you have nothing other than you to pitch, well, then it's not a pitching problem, it's a product problem. But you'll never recognize it's a product problem until you recognize the inherent nature that people don't want you. The moment you realize they want the intellectual property and the insights that are in your head, and those ideas can be documented and separated from you and turned into a product. And if it's a service business, for example, it's what we call a productized service. So I use KPI as an example. I could very easily just be a consultant and I could say, hey, I'm the best person to solve your business problems, engage me, charge by the hour, etc. Or I can say, hang on, there's a lot more to it than that. And producing a key person of influence, there are so many facets that go beyond my skill set. And so I've got to think about not just what I can do, but what I can bring to the table, what I can turn into an organizational system for delivering an outcome. And so the way we approached it is I went, well, all right, to become a key person of influence, you got to have a great pitch and you got to publish thought leadership and you got to have a product ecosystem and you got to have a great profile and do great partnerships. And I'd put it to you, that is beyond any one person to execute or advise on well. So I go, well, what can I bring to the table? I bring in experts. I bring in mentors. We develop technology solutions. We have online learning platforms. We have an engaged community. And all of a sudden, all these different elements or components come together. And this is just in our case of thousands of businesses develop this process. But all of a sudden, when people see that and understand that, they're like, oh, I want that instead of I want Glenn. All of the same knowledge and experience that would go into helping an individual business went into developing that productized service. But the key is people are able to go, oh, I don't want you, I want that. And so the moment you get that it's not about you, it's about an outcome, and developing a productized service is about people going, I don't want you, I want that. When you get pitch and product working in unison like that, that's when you have the opportunity to not just escape your business, but you have the ability to build your brand while simultaneously not getting sucked into the business.